For all. The prayer this evening will be offered by the good delegate representing Harford County.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Colleagues, please bow your heads. Dear Almighty, I know that sometimes things don't always work out the way we wish they would. I also know that you, dear God, are always there to love and protect us from ourselves. Please help us find the right path for our constituents, communities, and children. Sometimes information overload makes it more and more difficult to find the truth and avoid the unintended consequences of our policies and legislation. When a certain delegation was arguing over a tough issue, a certain speaker and coach gave some very good advice. He said, Maryland legislators are members of a unique and special group that has been elected by their communities to represent their neighbors' interests. This coach advised them to look around the chamber, take in the history, tradition, and legacy of this room. He advised, get to know your colleagues across the aisle, from a different party, from another town. Realize that you are here to help your community. Be grateful for the opportunity. Enjoy the experience. Remember, only a few understand the pressures and worries you have being a delegate. Take the time to marvel and enjoy this chamber and its members. God bless this House, its delegates, and the individuals we represent. Amen.
Amen. Quorum call.
Madam Speaker.
Has everyone recorded their presence? If so, the clerk will take the call. There being 130 members present, the House is now in session. Clerk will read the journal from the previous day.
Annapolis, Maryland, January the 26th, 2024.
Recognizing the Deputy Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Move so much be considered the reading of the journal.
So ordered, petition, memorials, and other papers. We have a House resolution. I'd like to recognize the individual who will be speaking. Could the two delegates please enter? Thank you. Recognizing the chair of Ways and Means.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And good evening, colleagues. Good evening, colleagues. Thank you. Thank you. It is my honor this evening to welcome the Arundel Bay Area chapter of Jack and Jill, which was chartered on October 27th, 1980. And you may wonder, why am I, who hail from Howard County, introducing the Anne Arundel chapter? That is because I am a mom in the Howard County chapter, and I was a child when my mother was a mom in the Howard County chapter. And permission to use delegates' names, Madam Speaker?
Permission granted.
I would like to stand up as well our colleague, Delegate Stephanie Smith, who is also a mother in Jack and Jill in one of the Baltimore chapters. Greater Baltimore, thank you. So with us, joining Madam Speaker and the rostrum, is the president of the chapter, Kimberly Mosley Golder, and the senior teen president, Riley Dove. And you might know her mother, Miss Rhonda Caldwell Dove, who works here in the Speaker's office. I would like all of the members of the Jack and Jill Anne Arundel chapter to please stand, moms and the children who are in the gallery with us. And And I would like to just briefly tell you all, because not everyone knows what Jack and Jill is, so let me just tell you briefly what Jack and Jill is. Jack and Jill of America Incorporated was founded on January 24th, 1938, so we just celebrated our incorporation date, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, by 20 mothers who came together to discuss creating an organization that provides social, cultural, and educational opportunities for youth between the ages of 2 to 19. Currently, we have 262 chapters nationwide that represent more than 50,000 members. And as I mentioned, this is a mother's organization. Each chapter has annual programming, monthly activities that are surrounded, or that the thrusts are cultural awareness, educational development, health, which includes education and advocacy, civic, which includes legislative advocacy and service, and social and recreational areas. Each monthly activity has a service component for all of the youth that participate in the organization. And so again, it is my honor to welcome you all here this evening, and please let's give them another round of applause. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
And will the reading clerk please read the resolution in full?
Be it hereby known to all that the House of Delegates of Maryland offers its sincerest congratulations to Arundel Bay Area chapter of Jack and Jill of America Incorporated in recognition of 36 years of nurturing future African American leaders through cultural awareness, leadership development, and philanthropic giving in Anne Arundel County. The entire membership extends best wishes on this memorable occasion and directs this resolution to be presented on this 29th day of January 2024.
Consent calendar of introductory House bills, number 21. The clerk will read the first bill.
House Bill 723, the Speaker, Health and Government Operations and Judiciary.
Recognizing the majority leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. So much be considered the reading of House Bill 723 through House Bill 739.
Hearing no objections, the bills are read the first time and referred to the appropriate committees. The clerk will read the bond initiatives and the committee assignment.
Introductory House Bond Initiatives number 12, January 29, 2024. Introductory House Bond Initiatives number 13, January 29, 2024. Referred to appropriations.
Okay. That ends the work at the desk. Delegation announcements. Any caucus announcements? The Democratic Caucus.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Colleagues, the House Democratic Caucus will be meeting tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. in the Prince George's County Delegation Room. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
The Republican Caucus, Chair.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Republican Caucus will be meeting tomorrow morning at 8:45 in room 145.
Okay. Any personal or guest announcements? Oh, I'm sorry. Gentlelady from Baltimore City.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Colleagues, last session we passed legislation declaring January 27th Holocaust Remembrance Day in the state of Maryland. Marcia Tischler, a Holocaust survivor, was born in Poland during the Holocaust. And the following is Marcia's story in her own words. Among the 6 million Jews murdered during the Holocaust, there were 1.5 million children. They died afraid, hungry, in pain, hunted, and brutalized. 18 of my first cousins from ages 1 to 20 were included. I was 13 weeks old when my parents reluctantly gave me away in order to save my life. In the police station where I ended up, half of the men wanted to kill me because they figured I was Jewish. The others refused to help me because they thought I may be a Polish child. The life of a Jewish infant had no value. I am here by the grace of God and the courage and compassion of a Ukrainian couple who protected me for 2.5 years. During that time, my parents were hunted in the forest like animals, often by young collaborators. Some nights, my father was forced to beg for bread. Shots were fired and dogs were sent his way. Within 6 months of my birth, 33 members of my parents' immediate families were murdered. Hatred permeated their bleak existence. It would have been easy for my parents to give up, but they did not. They persevered and rose above their victimhood. They became survivors. As a survivor, I thank you for this honor of representing those 6 million who cannot be here tonight. Marcia eventually immigrated to the United States, graduating from the University of Maryland, College Park, and Johns Hopkins University, and after living in Baltimore for many years, she now lives in Rockville. Colleagues, please join me in welcoming Marcia Tischler, who is in the gallery this evening. Thank you.
Gentleman from Prince George's.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Colleagues, I have a very dear friend and brother, Bishop Telly Hardy from Baltimore City. He is a pastor of Sacred Zion Church in the 41st District. I ask the body to give him a warm welcome. Will you please stand?
Where? Gentlelady from Howard.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Good evening, everyone. I am pleased to introduce our physician of the day today, Dr. Leah Medcock. She's a board certified in obstetrics and gynecology and owner of Strength in You OBGYN in Silver Spring, and she lives in the wonderful District 13. Please welcome her.
Gentleman from Frederick.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Permission to use the delegate's name?
Permission granted.
I would like to extend a very special happy birthday to our colleague from District 3 on the behalf of Delegate Simpson and I this past Sunday. Not only the chair of the Irish Caucus, but certainly the chair of the Karaoke Caucus here in the Maryland General Assembly. Please join us in wishing a very happy birthday to the legendary Delegate Ken Kerr.
Gentleman from Eastern Shore.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And tonight we had our District 37 night. Saw some of our colleagues there. We had oysters and very good food from the shore. And if you missed it, that's okay. We'll bring back next year. Tonight we have constituents from Caroline County that attended our district night tonight. It's the Scharf family, Jeff, Jean, Daisy, Orlando, Santos, and Leslie. Welcome.
Gentleman from Queen Anne's.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. If the body would join me in wishing a delegate a happy birthday, but I got a couple things to say about him. Permission to use the delegate's name.
Permission granted.
Okay, this delegate is the chair of the Watermen's Caucus. He's the chair of the Republican Caucus. He's the chair of the Kent County Caucus. He's the chair of the Designated Drivers Caucus. And one of the biggest reasons we should all be thankful for having him here, especially those in my district, is his legislative aid makes the best carrot cake, so we need to keep celebrating these. Delegate Jay Jacobs, happy birthday.
Gentleman from Montgomery.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I would like to wish somebody else a happy birthday, not one of our colleagues, but somebody who helps make this place run, and my office mate, our amazing House Administrator, Morgan Streeter.
Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker.
Gentlelady from Montgomery.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. This is birthday season. Yesterday marked the birthday of a very special member of the House of Delegates who hails from District 20. This member came into the legislature in 2014, and when he came into the legislature, there were many whispers. Some wondered if he would be a rabble-rouser. Some labeled him as a progressive. Others wondered if he would wear a tie on the House floor. But this member rose to the ranks of Vice Chair of the Judiciary Committee and now serves as the Majority Leader of the House of Delegates. Madam Speaker, permission to use the delegate's name?
Okay. Permission granted.
Colleagues, please join me in wishing a very happy birthday to our Majority Leader, David Moon.
I assume you were saying moon, right? Gentlelady from the shore.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. As our Eastern Shore delegate notified the body that we had 37 district tonight, and we have additional guests in the gallery. I would like to acknowledge them. We have the City Councilman from Cambridge, Spuddy Cephas. The President of the Salisbury City Council, Deshaun Dowdy. And a young man and his father are here this evening to see civic duty in action, Mr. Lesher. His son's name is Nicholas. Will you please stand? And they are Talbot County residents. So as you can see, we had a diverse group of individuals celebrating us tonight. If I may at this time, I just want to take a few moments. Many of you are already aware that a statesman has left us, and I refer to him as a statesman because he was a man of integrity and a gentleman that was my mentor. That would be the former delegate Rudolph Corinthian Kane Sr. His children are watching this evening. They just flew in from Arizona. So I just wanted to take the time, just a few moments, to acknowledge that he served this body. He served this body for 15 years, and representing District 37A, he became a real good friend to me. So it just goes to show you that the generations can work together. And he used to serve on the Wicomico County Council, as did I. Felt like I was walking in his footsteps. But he served with integrity and with grace. Oftentimes, if there was an issue in the community, he would go to your house. He would get in his car, or he would walk to the person's house. I remember one day he went to my uncle's home, and he had a dog, big dog, and the dog was on such a long leash, and Delegate Kane quickly made his way out of the yard. But he was determined to try to get down to the issues of whatever the citizens needed, whether it's septic issues or whether it was a street issue or anything with legislative policy. But in this chamber, he served on the Environment and Transportation Committee. He was able to bring back and have that voice for the Eastern Shore around farming, around the waterman issues, exactly what is on our state seal. So he was truly a statesman. Service was a lot for him, and that means that when he got out of high school, he went straight to the Army. After that, he came back and worked for State Highway Administration, also a nonprofit called Shore Up Incorporated in our community. But moreover, he really was someone who wanted to make sure that our entire state was a better place, regardless of geographics. He was the first African American to serve from the Eastern Shore. And so to that end, we just want to just say that to his family who is watching and friends, that we honor his legacy. He will be eulogized this Saturday in Westover, Maryland, which is in Somerset County. And the information has been given out to this body already, the details of the service. But again, someone who really was a jewel, someone who was genuine. And our former speaker, Cass Taylor, thought it as well, because he received one of the awards many years ago, 2011. So thank you. Just wanted to take a time to make you aware that this was a gentleman that is irreplaceable. Thank you.
Any other personal or guest announcement? Gentlelady from Montgomery.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Colleagues, on behalf of the Running Caucus, I wanted to invite everyone to join us tomorrow morning at 6:30 in the morning and every Tuesday morning at 6:30 in the morning on the State House steps, right in front of the State House steps. And there's, we leave no one behind, so there's multiple different paces. There's a sort of longer, faster group, and then there's a walk-run group, and there's a walk group, so something for everybody. We'll see you all at 6:30 tomorrow morning, every Tuesday and Thursday, right out here in front of the State House. And then the real fun part, which is not quite as much fun now with the cover, although we promise we can make it still fun, is at the end when we run up like Rocky and jump up and down at the top of the steps. So hope to see you tomorrow.
Okay. Gentlelady from Howard.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Colleagues, a week ago, we stood here and paid homage to the Medical Society, Medical and Cheerological Society of Maryland on the occasion of the 225th anniversary of the chartering. Today, we have with us the future of medicine in Maryland. We have students from the University of Maryland Medical School and Johns Hopkins Medical School who are here for Advocacy Day, and I'm sure they visited most of your offices today to advocate for the good bills. And so I want you to just welcome them here. Stand up, stand up. Mostly first and second year students.
Gentlelady from Anne Arundel.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. As a longtime Scout parent, I'm so excited. Tonight we have some very important Cub Scouts here from Pack 815 in Edgewater. I had the chance to talk with many of these Scouts. They are Webelos working towards their Arrow of Light, and some have already achieved their Arrow of Light. So please help me welcome Hadley Dixon, Connor Epley, William Moreland, Ryan Gordon, Elijah Klein, Cora Gonzalez, Kyle McLeod, and Penny Bell.
Gentleman from Baltimore City.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Good evening, colleagues. 2 Mondays ago, as you know, we celebrated the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And we all have obviously benefited from his legacy and from the work that he's done for justice and freedom. However, unfortunately, last Monday, as most of you may also know, we unfortunately lost his youngest son, Dexter King, who passed away. He was the keeper of the King estate and also the director of the King Center for Justice and Freedom. And I'd ask that we give a resounding applause for his legacy and for the work he did to preserve the legacy of Dr. King.
Speaker Pro Tem.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Permission to use the delegates' names?
Permission granted.
Thank you. On behalf of Delegates Cardin and Pasteur, I want to convey the sad news that former delegate Howard Needle passed away last night. Howard represented Baltimore County in the House for 2 terms from 1970 to 1978, and before that was a delegate to the 1967 Constitutional Convention of Maryland. After his years in the House, he continued as an advocate for civil rights and campaign finance reform and remained active in his community association. He was a great guy, a devoted fan of the Ravens and the Orioles, a good friend of ours in the 11th District and many other districts, and he will be missed by many. May his memory be a blessing. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other personal or guest announcements? Let's see. Today is Monday. Come on up front. Madam Protocol Chair. Pages.
Come on down, you sunshines. Look at them. Aren't they? Oh my God, they are beautiful. You know, you're so beautiful. You ought to be in Hollywood, but you're right here with us in the State House. Today is a special day. I just want y'all to know, just be a little patient with the protocol chair. I'm going to do the best I can with these wonderful names your mama gave y'all. Okay? So, when I call your name, what did I tell y'all to do? Step up and wave. Is that what I told you? You ready? Here we go. Tavion Alexis, Prince George's County, District 22, Parkdale High School. Ivana Awua, Baltimore County, District 44A, Catonville High School. Hannah Cho, Montgomery County, District 15, Winston Churchill High School. Keenan Gonzalez, Montgomery County, District 19, Northwood High School. Ariane Nell Johnston, Anne Arundel County, District 33B, Crofton High School. Giselle Maldonado, St. Mary's County, District 29A, St. Mary Wrighton High School. Emily Price, Frederick County, District 4, Urbana High School. Ariana Stevens, Baltimore City, District 45, Baltimore, Polytechnic Institute. Larkin Stoker, Hartford County, District 35, C. Milton Wright High School. Oh my God, Madam Speaker, I got through it.
Yes, you did.
This was wonderful. I want you, 9 of you sunshines, to have a wonderful week. Your delegates are waiting for you. You saw them cheer you on. Let them know that you're here and you're ready to step in their shoes if they have to. Okay? So, thank y'all for coming. I want y'all to have a nice night. Get you some rest. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
You're welcome.
Oh, one more thing, Madam Speaker. I want everyone to know again that the protocol chair is waiting to see you in room 205. Okay? And I will be sending out the 3rd notice. You got me? Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Any other announcements? Anything else? Hearing none, quorum call.
Madam Speaker.
Has everyone recorded their presence? The clerk will call the roll. There being 131 members present, the House is still in session. Recognizing the Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move that the House stands adjourned until Tuesday, January 30th at 10 a.m.